Join me as I dive into the stock market to see if I can turn my investment into a profit or if I'm headed for a loss. The stock market has always been a fascinating topic for me. It's like a big game where people put their money on the line hoping to make a fortune. Many of us have heard stories of people making a lot of money by investing in stocks. It's like a pathway to wealth, right? People often talk about how much money they made from their investments, and it sounds so easy. But let's be real, the stock market can be really unpredictable. Just as easily as people make profits, they can also experience huge losses. I mean, think about it. Have you ever heard of someone who invested in a company that went bankrupt? Yeah, that's a pretty big loss. The thing is, many investors experience losses instead of profits. It's like, what even is the point of investing if you're just going to lose your shirt? The performance of the stock market is influenced by a lot of things, like economic conditions. If the economy is doing well, people are more likely to invest and make money. But if there's a recession or a crisis, people get nervous and start pulling their money out. Investor behavior also plays a huge role. If a lot of people think a company is going to do well, they'll invest, and that can drive up the stock price. But if they think it's going to tank, they'll pull out, and that can drive it down. And then there's research. If you do your homework and pick a company that's actually doing well, you're more likely to make a profit. But even with all that, it's still really hard to predict what the market is going to do. I mean, think about it. There are so many factors at play, and it's all just a big game of chance. Some people make a lot of money by being smart and making good investments. Others lose everything. It's crazy. One example that comes to mind is the story of a guy who invested in Amazon back in the day. He put in a few $1,000s, and now he's basically set for life. That's an amazing return on investment, right? But then there are people who invested in companies like Blockbuster or Kodak, and they basically lost everything. Those companies went bankrupt, and their stock prices plummeted. The stock market can be really rewarding, but it's also really risky. The key points to take away are that profits are possible, but losses are also a significant risk. It's not a game for the faint of heart. If you've had any experiences with the stock market, good or bad, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. And if you're interested in learning more about investment strategies, be sure to check out my next video.